up, everyone? It's Lou here. Just wanted to show you guys. I got the Nerf Stryfe. I'm gonna put a canted cage in. Pretty much been doing mods on this one here for a while now. And pretty much turn it on and fill it up with hot glue. Put some plastic in here to have it light up. Want to put in a nice canted cage. I got this set from Out of Darts. It was on sale for $24. Worker canted cage, flywheels, comes with all the wiring. As you can see, got the cage really nice and sturdy. Really excited about putting this in that blaster. You also have your two motors. I looked online to see if I could find any information. There's not too much information about these motors, about what the stall current is on them, or like what size battery works best. So we're gonna have to just try it out with a couple different batteries that I have. You got your two flywheels, metal flywheels, or aluminum, and then it comes with this here. I see a lot of people cutting this off, but what I'm probably gonna do is go inside where the barrel is and hollow it out so we can fit this whole piece in there. And if I need to cut it down later, I can, but at least I know that this will fit in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. We're gonna need to put our motors in. And like everyone says before, make sure you put them in where the positive and negatives are on different sides there. But I don't have any Loctite or anything like that, so I plan on just putting a dab of super nail glue, and hopefully it keeps everything intact, keeps those screws from rotting out as from the vibrations of the motors and the wheels. Because what people have drilled out holes. You know, kudos to Worker for actually putting these holes in here so you don't have to drill it out in case you need to replace your wheels, or just say that screw happens to come out. You already have your holes already in place to push your flywheels out, so you don't need to go back and drill. And it's in the perfect spot, so it looks like, you know, that'll fit in there. This top one, I'm probably gonna put positive facing the interior of the blaster. You also want to be careful that you're not putting too much pressure on the back. You don't want to break these pegs off back there. And then right before I screw it down all the way, screw that one in pretty tight. Not too tight, but just enough. Like I said, when you're on a budget, you don't have everything in the world. So we got positive right here, as you can see, and we're gonna go ahead and throw the negative down like so. There we go. We'll just let this sit for a few minutes, make sure it's nice and dry. How you want to do it, you just want to get them started on there. You get it started, but they will go on there. You just want to be careful and see how the motor is pointed. You don't want to go against that, because then you'll bend. Kind of just want to see where it's at. Look at your motors, make sure they're going straight down. Alright, so it does look like pretty good. That's not too bad of a crush. Let's grab a dart. Oh yeah, it's definitely got a lot more than what a stock one does. And as you can see, like you can see these canted cages, just by feeding a dart through it, you can actually see the dart start turning as it goes through. I just want to apologize, as I was recording for the wiring and the soldering for the the Stryfe itself and the cage and the motors. I accidentally did something with it. I think I put it on time lapse and I completely destroyed the whole thing. I will take it apart. I will show you guys exactly what I've done. As you can see, I have a 2S battery in there right now. I had a 3S one, and it seems to be hitting just as hard. I do not have a chronograph yet, but it seems to be hitting just as hard as when I put in there a 3S. I actually use a Milwaukee battery that I have set up. I have a separate video later on about how to use batteries that you have around the house to compete with people who have 3S and 2Ss. And this here is pretty much considered like a 3S. It's just a Milwaukee battery from M12. You can use M18, whatever you want to fit, and try to wire it up. I'll show you, but remember, you mod at your own risk, so just be careful when you're doing that. But same thing, I put up some other videos about voltmeters. As you can see, because it's a 2S, it's 7.4, so it's gonna be a little bit higher, and then the LEDs and stuff. But you'll be able to see those once we break into it and go through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open her up now and show you guys what's on the inside. Now that the blaster is open, so if you look, you got your flywheels, you got your cage. This here, I had to Dremel out the main barrel for this barrel to fit in through the shroud right here, and show you guys while I got you with the LEDs. Hot glued some LEDs that you can see right there. Those are just powered on with a different switch. So like I said before, when you wire them up, your motors, positive and negative, are positive and negative. And then on this motor down here, you want it to have negative, positive. So you want to have them switched. And by switching them, that way your wheels will rotate to push the dart out the blaster. Once you do that, you take your positive and negative coming from the leads on the motors. You take your positive and negative, you run it through the back of the blaster. You can pretty much however you want to do it. I do it where I take it and I run the negative and positive through here. I stop the negative in this area right here, and I put a cap on it, or let's just say I put, you know, whatever it is that's going to be going straight to the battery. So this piece here will go straight to the negative terminal of the battery. And then I keep my positive wire running down through these wire channels all the way down through here to the switch, the rev switch. You want to wire it up to normally open circuit on the switch, and then the common. When you hit this button, it now changes the status of this switch to closed position, which the 12 volts to go through from the battery all the way to the flywheel. When you're not pressing the button, it's just sitting there in normally open state. The second you hit this button, the switch closes, allowing power to run from all the way from the battery through the switch into your flywheels. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. It's really simple. I know before I started working on these, I was really nervous about tearing into a blaster, but sometimes you just gotta open the thing up, see how it works. And that's why I wanted to come on here and show people it's really easy to do. It just takes some time. Anyway, that's the rundown. I wish I had more to show you with the soldering. There's plenty of videos out there for soldering. I plan on doing some in my next video. But I don't have a chronograph, so I can't tell you the FPS. I do know that it shoots really smooth, and because it's an aluminum cage and wheels and they're screwed in, they're actually very quiet. What I would like to do though, I have some Fang revamps that I said I was going to put in my son's blaster. I would like to take out these workers motors and switch them out with those Fang revamp motors and see what they'll do. I haven't seen anybody else have a video on that with this canted cage and the Fang revamps, but we'll see. Lastly, I'll button this thing up and show you guys how she fires. All right, now that we got it all put back together, go ahead and turn it on. go see how she fires. All right, guys, this is firing at a target about 15 feet away. This is with the 2S. And again, these darts are not brand new. Here we go. I like the worker cage. I think you could probably get higher FPS for if you go to out of darts and get those higher crush cages. But for plinking around the house, plinking around the yard, you know, just having fun with the kids, this is a pretty good, you know, you get your hot, decent FPS. I wish I had a chronograph, but until then, you know, I'm just going to say I'm assuming it's around a little over 100. And if you guys want to see something that you guys haven't seen before, put it down there in the comments and let me know what you guys see or heard, or if you guys want to try something out and unsure of how it's going to turn out, then question me, and if I have the parts and have what I need, we'll go ahead and do it. Nerf isn't just for kids anymore, especially how the hobby has grown since I've been out of it when I was a kid. And then when I got back into it 2 years ago, I was shocked on how much things are available where these Nerf guns can keep up with airsoft, gel ball, paintball. I mean, people go out there and paintball, and you can use these blasters. I like to show you guys some other blasters that I have. I have quite a few that are high powered, and you know, bring those on. I like to show you guys what I did and how I made them. And that's pretty much it. I'd like to give you a little preview for next week. I have the Nerf Raven. I kind of did the same thing. Got a voltmeter back there to show you guys how I wired that in. I also want to throw a switch, threw some LEDs in here. I also made this flashbang out of PVC pipe. Again, that's something else that I can show you guys how to do with just stuff you have around the house. You know, not all of us are millionaires and big time YouTubers where we get everything mailed to you. You know, this is stuff that you just find and you make your own way. And, you know, hopefully you guys can learn something and start nerfing around your area. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate if you like and subscribe. I'd like to get this channel grown and have fun with it and have fun with my kids. And we all can have fun and learn a bunch of stuff in the process. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, I appreciate it. If not, tell me what you didn't like about it. Other than that, thanks for watching.